1.
Just to make it clear, I think Sylva said it's only just an introduction, and I don't, yeah. But anyway, yeah, you can share the screen, but it's only for the introduction, correct?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Because Sylva told, I don't know if she or he, they are in the meeting right now, but that is just an introduction meeting, just to discuss what we are doing, and that's all.
Ashraf, here is the technical steering committee, so it's not an onboarding session. So we are going to see the progress of each working group. So it can give an overview, but definitely we can have another one-to-one call if you really need to come back on the introduction of the project.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, by the way, from which company are you, Ashraf?
I'm from Odido. So Odido is a ex-T-Mobile Netherlands company.
Okay, thank you. So I think we can start, and the first check is on the voting participant. I see Team Orange, Ericsson. I don't know if there is anybody from Telefonica or Vodafone or Nokia. I don't see them. So I think we don't have the quorum for voting, but I don't think there is any vote planned for this TSC, so it's not a problem. As there are new participants, I remind that we are following the Linux Foundation policies, and in the minutes you will find a link to the policies. The next TSC meeting will be in 2 weeks on the 7th of May. And for general news, today we will have a presentation on the green dashboard from Workgroup 4. And during the next TSC, we will have a presentation from OpenSSF to present the scorecard project. We didn't set it up for today because we were afraid that the 2 presentations would be too much for the time we had. Regarding the direct fund information, there is very good news. So we have 2 new additional funding members, AMD and WiseTech. So welcome to both of them. And I don't think that there are other general news. I don't know if anybody has other thing to be shared in general. If not, I think we can move to the Workgroup 1.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi, Mathieu.
Happy to be back with you.
Nice to see you again. I'm very glad to see you again.
And I forgot to update this page. Sorry about that.
No problem.
The main thing I'd like to share with you is that we will have delay on the release of Sylva 1.4. We were planning to release it for the end of the month, but it's not realistic. We didn't even enter the feature freeze period. So we plan to do the feature freeze probably end of next week. And a more realistic date to release Sylva 1.4 would be mid of May and maybe end of May.
Okay.
We do have a lot of features that are still under review or even under development. So we need time to review it properly, and some of them are kind of mandatory. So this is the reason about this delay.
Okay. Any question or comment for workgroup 1? Okay, it seems not. I don't think that it is a big issue to have some delay. I think it's better to complete the review of all the features. So we can move to workgroup 2. I don't know if Luis or someone else from Telefonica has joined. It seems not. I see that Luis completed the. But maybe we can.
In fact, he asked us to present it, so I can do it, Carlo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
Yeah. So on the validation working group, they have onboarded 2 new workloads. One is HP business orchestration, and another one is Druid software 5G. I think it's mobile private networks. So in total, we have 16 workloads now that have been validated, and we have 3 more in the backlog. And we have some new proposal, including NVIDIA. The template of the report has just been validated, and we are now integrating some security related requirements. And I see that there are some people of the work group 3 on the bridge, so it's directly linked to the security working group. So this validation center have integrated this verification from what has been defined in the CNF security guideline. And there's also a big news because there's a new validation platform that has been built by Whitestack. I don't know if Luis Vega, you want to say a word about this? Luis, you're on mute. Hello, Luis Velarde.
Hello.
Sorry.
I was presenting your part. So
okay.
I am on the 3rd point on the new validation platform with Whitestack, and I propose to Luis Vega to say a word, but Luis seems to be mute. But Luis, I give you the handover.
I am back. Okay, so what are we doing here? We are working on creating a new validation platform within Telefonica, working with Whitestack to be a additional combination of hardware and virtualization. And in this case, it will be OpenStack using Capo, but the white cloud version of OpenStack, which is an OpenStack and does not need any additional integration, which is good because demonstrates that if we have Capo in Sylva, we can work with anyone who supports Capo. Okay. And of course, Archi on top of that, because it's what Whitestack incorporates. So it's another version of Sylva. And we are validating network existing workloads there just to confirm that it is exactly a Sylva combination. So once we demonstrate that, we can consider it a new Sylva platform because it incorporates the same elements.
Luis Vega, please.
Yeah, sorry. Next week, in Monday, we have a reunion, a meeting with the work group, so we can show how this validation center is going. Right now, we just tested some dummy CNF of 5G Core, and it's working. We are right now developing a better test bench. Right now we are using JMeter and it's working. And in parallel, we are trying to mount a bare metal validation center too. Like Luis said, the white cloud, alias OpenStack, is working. So we also want to have a bare metal one. But next week, we are going to have a meeting and the validation center will be presented in an official way, for saying in some way.
Yes, we need to validate an existing workload, so revalidating that platform, one of the workloads that we have already validated, and then we will see that is okay. We will see how long we take for that. But the good thing is that in the end, it's hardware, some hardware, with or an open stack following the capo connector that Sylva manages, and with RKE, which is the Sylva version of Kubernetes. So it's a Sylva compliant combination.
Okay, Mathieu, you have a question?
No, it was just about, I was wondering what kind of Kubernetes distribution was used for this validation center, but you just answered the question.
RKE2, yes. They're the same as in Sylva, because if it's not the one in Sylva, it's not Sylva.
You can use both KubeADM and RKE2 in Sylva.
No, yes, true. But the RKE2 is the one that is being used. Because it's what White Stack incorporates.
And what is underlying OS? It's Ubuntu or SUSE?
I don't know, Luis, what is the underlying OS?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
The underlying OS operating system in White Stack is SUSE OpenStack or
no, it's the vanilla OpenStack we're using.
The vanilla.
Yeah, White Cloud is based in the vanilla OpenStack. We add some add-ons and something we need to use with our vendors.
For virtual machines, you are using Ubuntu or you are using?
Ubuntu. Ubuntu, yeah.
Ubuntu. Okay.
Yeah, for the workload cluster and the management cluster, we are using the same Ubuntu distro that Sylva provides, the one with hardening values and all that.
Okay, great.
Okay, Mihai?
Hello. Regarding this new platform, Luis, are you planning to revalidate all of the workloads which you have already validated, or just
all of them? No.
No.
We will validate some just to confirm that it is a real Sylva compliant validation platform.
Okay.
But only 2 probably.
And for the next workloads which you have in the backlog, how will you make the differentiation?
Okay, the idea is for next workloads, when we validate workloads, we select 2 or 3 different platforms and validate in 2 or 3 platforms. We don't need to validate each workload in the 6 platforms that we have, but at least 2 or 3. The more, the better, of course, but I think with 2 and 3 could be enough. And with different combinations. So if we have let's say, a workload that is proposed to be validated, let's do it in one platform that has Dell, OpenStack, and RKE, and another that is, HP, bare metal, and RKE, also different combinations. That's the idea. So far, we only have done that with one workload, but we should do it with all workloads moving forward.
Okay.
At least in 2 platforms. To consider the more platforms, the more validated it is.
Thank you.
Luis, is everything for workgroup 2? You are on mute.
Sorry, just finalizing. things ahead are completing the existing backlog, where we have 3 being validated now, and a new one that is being proposed, very interesting, by the way, the NVIDIA, an NVIDIA-related application that requires GPUs, so we will try to validate that. So work on this for validations, and then complete the security validation report that we are already running for the Druid workload. The security validation report, we expect to have it in 2 weeks completed. So we will issue that as the first version of first example of a security validation report. Well, it's a section of the validation report, the security part,
Okay.
and nothing else.
For the validation of NVIDIA workloads, don't you need any proprietary component in the stack, or?
Yeah, well, according to the proposal, we have to review in the next validation meeting. But according to the proposal, there's no specific requirements. It's an enterprise toolkit for NVIDIA AI. Well, of course, it does require. It requires an IOV and Multus and the typical telco requirements, but nothing additional expected.
Okay. Thank you, Luis. If there are no further questions for workgroup 2, I would move to workgroup 3. Mihai?
All right. So last week we had the live security workshop in Rennes. It was a 2-day event, and it was very productive. We had people from Orange, from Thales, and from Red Hat. I've listed only some of the outcomes which we've managed, because we are still in the process of digesting and putting everything together. But just as a glimpse of what exactly we managed to get from this workshop is that we defined a new UCS analysis documentation to present, because the current one, it's quite difficult to understand and very confusing. So we have a new simplified version which we will present to show to the TSC the report of the UCS. We have also a direction on how to complete the mission of the working group with respect to UCS, because we've spent quite a lot of time on this topic, and we have drafted a plan to finalize the work from our perspective, and to decide how to move on from here. We also have an outcome to create a vulnerability report mechanism to Sylva. And what I mean of this is, let's say, for example, there is somebody outside who is testing Sylva, and they discover certain vulnerabilities, and they would like to be report the project. We have identified a mechanism on how this reporting could be done in an efficient way, which we will work on. We also have during the workshop, one of the outcomes was identity and access management definition template. Currently, we have a draft of it. The idea of this template would be to draft the roles of the people who will be using Sylva, and to have a mapping of what they are allowed to do based on their certain roles, and what are the risks involved if they have a role, a certain role. Regarding the supply chain, We have an outcome that there is a possibility to have an automatic assessment of the SALSA compliance for Sylva, and we will continue the study into this direction. We also want to submit a call for a paper for the OpenSSF on supply chain. More details of this will be presented in the next meeting. And also, since there's been quite a lot of evolution and the direction of the UCS is coming to an end, we feel that we need also to change the mission of the working group to make it a bit more robust in order to continue the work which we have done until now. And that's all.
Thank you. Guillaume?
Yes, two points. First one, it's a great thing that you have finished a first analysis of the USS because it was a long activity. Perhaps you can share for future TSC the main topics, the main points we need to integrate in the different working group, and especially in the development of a stack. It's my first point. And my second point is that have you planned, and Naomi is also on the bridge, have you planned to have some external communication about this first workshop, security workshop?
I had a discussion with Julie before the workshop to write a LinkedIn post regarding the workshop, and it's on my to-do list to have an article about the workshop and the outcomes.
Okay, good. And for Esther, there's been a lot of work done during this workshop. Do you have some minutes or a repository with some material that could be also seen by others that didn't manage to participate to the workshop?
Yeah. So we have public minutes. I can post. I can modify the TSC, and I can add here the link to it. Just with a small comment that they are very raw at this stage. So it might be a bit hard to understand and certain them, but I can post the link, and the executive summary, so to say, will be made shortly.
More valuable than these minutes is possible to have a key outputs, because we've got the title, IAM definition, supply chain, but what are the key topics for each items?
You mean the deliverables of each items?
Yeah, or the main ongoing discussion, or the main alignment you reach during the meeting.
Yeah, well, the deliverables and the outlines are kind of written over here. So the format of the new UCS is one deliverable, which we have. The reporting mechanism is another deliverable, and so is the template. And for the study is something which we didn't have time to complete, because what we found is the assessment was with Terraform, and we have to see if the integration is possible also for what we have. I don't know if this answers your question, or do I need to clarify or provide additional?
I've Naomi in the chat mentioned that to have press release we need to have outcomes, but here it's probably we are not detailing the benefits of the points and what do we want really to tackle. So I think we need to explain more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Then I'll try to do it briefly. Okay, so for the UCS part, what the document will contain is basically what we say from the document that applies to Sylva.
But
We will-
sorry, Mihai, but I'm not sure that is a good thing to do it
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Or the request I think is to try to maybe to write down something that could be used as a report, or maybe for a paper, a news that can be published
okay.
in
Okay,
the next.
Sure. I can do this. Yeah, I can do this offline and provide more details.
Okay. So we can move to workgroup 4. As I said before, we will have a presentation on the grid and dashboard at the end of the meeting. But Huamin, if you want to update on the other results.
Last Rami and Praveen to present the green dashboard demo, and we are looking forward for more contributions in this area. Thank you.
Okay. So we will see the presentation in a few minutes. So let's move to workgroup 5. I don't know if there is.
Hey, I'm here. I see Guillaume also, so either of us could chat. But I was asked to provide an update at the TSC today on behalf of the team, because some key folks are on vacation this week. So we meet every other week, and this past week we chatted about the mini Sylva mini summit during OSS. So we are planning an all-day event on Wednesday, August 28th in Amsterdam. And the expectation is that we'll have somewhere between 75 and 100 attendees with a full day meeting room that we're planning to book as a rental, which will have audiovisual package, projector screens, etc. And we debated a bit on whether lunch should be part of the package, but kind of decided against it. But nonetheless, the key thing is that it is going to be promoted as part of the OSS. The event listing will be on the OSS summit schedule. So, we will have a lot of, visibility about this event. We discussed the agenda also. So we'll have at least 10 to 12 speaking slots, 5 or 6 of which have been decided. The focus of the speaking slots will be on Sylva deployments in production, architecture, and demos. Some proposals for work group 1, 2, 3, and 6 in terms of architecture related. And there's also a speaking slot on scaling Sylva based on telco clouds with reliability and with security. So that's the update on the mini Sylva summit. I'm going to turn it over to Guillaume if he wants to add something more.
Just to come back that for the open source summit, Orange and Nokia submitted a call for presentation on the usage of the GitOps principle in Sylva to deploy network functions. So we will have the results of this CFP at the end of May, if it's validated or not. That's all on my side.
Okay.
And Naomi is also part.
I see Naomi in the call too. Naomi, you have
So thank you, Rajesh and Graham. So that, as Rajesh covered, that was mini summit in Europe. Just an FYI for this group, just in case you all are not aware, the governing board, because most of our community is in Europe, a lot of you all, as you all know from the last TSC, noted that you would not be attending Open Source Summit in North America in Denver. So with that, the governing board did decide to go ahead and cancel the mini summit in North America. So you'll notice that that was removed from the OSS North America website. So we are only having the one in Europe in Amsterdam on August 28th. So I just wanted to call that out. That's it.
Okay, thank you. We will have to collect more participation in the US for next year to be able to have the mini summit also in North America. Okay, any question for Workgroup 5? If not, let's quickly move to Workgroup 6. I don't know if Morgan or someone else is connected. I think also the text has not been updated.
Morgan is not with us. He's in holiday, sorry.
Okay.
So I can do the update. So he just give what has been covered during last meeting. There's a new reference architecture document from Flux. So this is why they call it D2. It's the second release, and it's really focused on the security design of GitOps. So I encourage you to have a look on. It's very interesting, and parts of this principle are already implemented in Sylva. They discussed also about managing the CVE of the CNF at runtime level, and it's some topics what we need to be compliant with evolution of the NIS2 regulation. And the last topic was in Sylva, we are pushing the GitOps limits. So they had discussion about how we can manage the difficulties when the network functions are not so cloud native.
Okay, thank you, Guillaume. Any comment or question for Workgroup 6?
There was a topic, I don't know if Morgan discussed with you, Naomi. They want to push for an online vote on the guideline, on the guideline they are proposing for managing the network functions. It did not happen. Okay. So something we manage after his holiday. Okay.
I'm so sorry. What is it again?
Morgan wanted to organize the offline vote on the guideline that Swisscom, Dutch Telecom, and Orange proposed.
Oh, okay. Nope, he has not connected with me yet.
Yeah.
Because during the last couple of TSC, we didn't have the quorum for voting, so it was an idea to try to have this vote online.
Absolutely, easy to do, and we can also do that async. I would just need somebody to email me like the motion, and then I'm happy to go ahead and set that up.
Okay, I'll send an email to him to involve you in this process.
François?
Yeah, just a question about the management of CVE of CNF at runtime. So do we have more information, or it's related also to working group 3? Is it about the upgrade of the rebuild of the CNF, or where is the limit between WG6 and 3?
There's interaction and collaboration on these topics, especially. So, but I can share to you what has been discussed more technically. I'll try to find the info and to release in the chat. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so I think that we managed to have a proper slot as requested for the green dashboard presentation. We have just a couple of minutes less than the 25, so I would leave the floor for the presentation of the Green dashboard, I don't know who.
Okay, I will take
responsible.
Remy Barthes speaking. I will take the
Okay.
floor and then I will give the floor to Praveen. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me share my press just to give you where we are. So you can see my screen?
Not yet.
Let me know. Oh, I have to change.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second, I will try again. Do you see something?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so we will only have a free slide to share with you. So we will speak about the green dashboard. It is the main topic that we are focusing at the moment, because as already said, we need to know what's happened on our platform before checking if we can have some gain. So what is the status? The green dashboard includes data from the platform. It collects data from, it can aggregate data inside the data center and country level. The idea here would be to apply some specific variables that we are using to calculate the CO2 calculation. It is linked to a data center, so we need to make a link between the workload, the management cluster, and the different topic inside the data center, so to be able to apply some variable. And based on that, we are able to calculate the CO2 emission based on the power consumption. We work also on the resource reservation and the resource usage to be able to check a different topic, and if we manage if we change some data inside that to see the evolution on the power consumption. So I will give the floor to Praveen for the next step and for the demo. What is important is that we are still challenging our metrics that we are using in this dashboard. I think at the moment we will need some help from some expert on the Sylva side to check if we are using the right value or not, because we use some Kepler for the power consumption, but for the disk usage, memory usage, and so on, we use some metrics, but I think that they have to be challenged a bit. Praveen, do you want to take the floor for the demo?
Yes. Yes. So thank you, Remy. So I will share my screen. Please let me know when the screen is visible.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So here we have the view of the green dashboard, where we have captured the matrices related to the data centers and the platforms residing in that data center. So here we have captured the matrices about for 2 data centers, in which in one data center we have captured the 2 platforms that is residing in this data center, and in the second data center we have another platform here. So for a particular platform, we have captured, like we have a one management and one workload cluster, and we have captured the resource usage also, the disk used, the disk reserved, the disk allocated, and the disk total out of that cluster. And also apart from the disk storage, we have also captured how much memory is being reserved for this cluster, or how much memory is being used. So these matrices are being displayed for this Sylva cluster for the one platform. And also in the end, we have also captured the CPU reserved and the CPU utilization matrices for a particular platform. So if you see, apart from this, we have also captured majorly the main component, the power, energy, and the cluster CO2 component. And the power is in kilowatt and the energy in kilowatt hour. So, and this CO2 calculation is covered based on the PU factor, and the PU factor is multiplied with the energy. So we have the CO2 emission for a particular platform. And in the data center, like we have the 2 platforms here. So in the data center overview, we have the majorly the little information about the platform, and whatever is the platform details count, we have captured it here. So if you want to see, like, there are two platforms here, one management for both and one workload for both. So you can see two management and workload cluster are there in that particular data center. And the platform power is the cumulative of all the platforms power here. It is being displayed here. So this total is the cumulative of all the platforms residing in that data center. So right now there are only two platforms here. So we have captured the two details here. And apart from this, we have provided the filtration of the data center also. Sorry about the disturbance. So yes, so we have provided the filtration also based on the data center. If you want to display only the data center one information, and in that data center, if you want to display the information of a particular platform like Sylva 1, so it gets filtered. So you will be able to see only that platform details in that particular data center. So we have provided this flexibility also here. And one more thing, if you see the energy consumption, you can see in the last 5 minutes. And if you want to see the energy consumption in the last 24 hours, so it will be cumulative for all, like for the 24 hours. So it will be the sum of all the whatever energy is being consumed for 24 hours, it will be the total energy consumption here. So this is what we have in the green dashboard here. And as the next step, we want to have the histogram or the new view. Like we want to have some graphs related to the CO2 consumption, like what is that CO2 consumption for a particular duration. So we want to have this, we want to have that displayed in the graph format. So we will be targeting the next release. Also, right now, if you see, we have the platform details here. And in a particular platform, we want to go a little deep down to have a CO2 consumption or other matrices per namespace. So we will be having this matrices in the next release, what all energy is being consumed or what all CO2 is being consumed per namespace. So that will be the target for the next release. And also we will be targeting to manage the CO2 manufacturing for the next step. And yeah.
Yes, just one point to add about the next step is at the moment we work mainly on Capo, and we are validating all the information about the bare metal side also at the moment, just to share the data that we are using.
Yes. So in the end, we have the two links here where we have where we have the architecture and the calculations related to the power consumption and the CO2 manufacturing here on the WG4 wiki page. Show it here. Yes, this is the architecture that we have followed and the calculations that we have used into our calculations. And apart from this, whatever documentation and whatever, if someone wants to import, I think Telecom Italia has imported our JSON file here, and they were able to view the dashboard in their platform also. So this is the JSON file that we have put it here in the Git file. And also we have the release note, whatever is being targeted in this release. So we have maintained it here. And if you want to, we have some docs also related to this. What is the blueprint? What is the dashboard queries used into our dashboard, and how to configure our centralized dashboard? So we have maintained all the information in a particular Git page. So that's it. Any questions?
Thank you. Any question? I have a question. I'm not sure I get correctly. If the platform that you are showing here are based on bare metal servers or on a yes.
No, it's on yes. These one are on yes side. We are just integrating the bare metal one at the moment, so it should work also. But at the moment, what we are displaying here is only on OpenStack.
Okay. And you have so the calculation on the consumption is done completely by Kepler.
Yes, yes. At the moment, we are playing with Kepler because but I think this is also a part that we will have to challenge in the future. But at the moment, we are using Kepler. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you mean the energetic mix is a configuration from Kepler, or is it something database we are using?
No, it is in the database. In fact, in the database we have two variables. We have the kilowatt-hour to CO2 variable, which depend on each data center, and we have the PUE variable, which also depend on the data center. So we have two variables per data center.
Okay.
And at the moment, it is inside the database. It is inserted as a time series. And what we want to do is to manage that as a variable in the Grafana to facilitate the change and to see the impact of such a variable.
Okay, thank you. Any other question?
Yes, concerning your presentation, it was very clear. So there are lots of members and potential contributor on the table. Where do you need some contribution? Is it to test what you have done, or is it also to contribute on the code? If we can find some partners.
Yes, we need a lot of people. Thank you for that. So we need some people to work with us to test first. So I think that we can already use this dashboard on the different validation center, for example, if you want to test it on the validation center, but you can also install it on your side. It's what Telecom Italia did, just to check the different value on what's happened. And we are looking also for some people working on Grafana, because we are learning on Grafana, and if we have some people which know well Grafana, it would be great. Because it is mainly Grafana that where we display the different topic. And concerning the matrix, if someone wants or if some people can work with us on the different metrics that we are using, because it is to check if we are using the right one or not. So in fact, we have different needs. And if some people can help us on that, it will be great.
Okay, so there is space for many contributions.
Yeah, and we are open for new people.
Okay. Other comments or questions? Okay. If not, I would ask Remy if you can provide us a copy of the slides. We can insert them in the minutes of the TSC.
Okay, I will share them right now.
Okay. So if there are no other points, I think we complete the agenda. And I think we can close here. And Many thanks for your participation, for the presentation, and see you in a couple of weeks for the next TSC.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.